you have to have no other option.
Right.
Right? All the people that came over from whatever European nation they came from, they didn't come for an adventure.
Right.
They came because they were fucking starving. My family came over from Ireland because of the potato famine. They didn't want to. They had to.
Right.
They were dying. So they had to come. So that's why everyone came. Desperation. Like desperation is what settled the West. Fueled by a manifest destiny, which was a cruel, very cruel, insidious idea that a bunch of politicians had that says, hey, we can either send the army out there and just go to war. And we've been doing that, and we've been getting the shit handed to us because the Lakota were, until the repeating rifle came around, the Lakota and the Comanche, the Arapaho, even the South, we did not have their skill level on a horse. Their arrows were actually more effective than our single-shot muskets. Like, they were a superior army. And stayed that way. It wasn't until we started sacking villages when the Braves were gone, when their soldiers were gone, when that dirty shit started, then it started turning the tide. And then when we killed the food source, that was the end of it.
Yeah, which is part of the wiping out of the buffalo.
Yep.
I mean, it was a commodity for sure, but it was also, there was a concerted effort to cut off their food source.
But it was also, there was a demand. The buffalo tongue was the number one delicacy in New York City.
Isn't that crazy? The
tongue.
Which nobody wants anymore.
No. And then they sold all the buffalo skins to France, and they made giant, massive, silly robes.
Well, at one point in time, one of the richest men in the world was he dealt in beaver pelts.